Hello everyone! Very nice to see you all. I think we're all working fine. It's been such a long time since I was live, I got really nervous about making sure that I'd got it all correct. So I hope you can hear me. I'm hoping that's coming across loud and clear. Oh, so many people already here in the chat. Lots of people to say hello to. Carol and Karen and Susanna, Sue, Ellen, Anna, Jane, Vanessa, I'm just skimming through here. Mark, of course, very nice to see you. Of course, this is the first time that I've seen you since the new rebranding of the choir. Choir of the Earth. Fantastic, I love it. I think it's a great idea. Still the same wonderful ethos, but a brilliant new name as well. So very nice to be premiering this wonderful piece with us all under the new name, which is great. Really excited for you to hear what you've achieved with this piece. As I mentioned before in the teaching, it's such a special piece for me as it's pretty much the first piece, definitely the first substantial piece that I ever conducted. And to think that we've recorded this with people, all over the world is quite amazing, really. So thank you so much for all of your hard work. I've listened to it and I think it sounds fantastic. And I really, really hope that you're going to be as proud of your performance today as I am. So fingers crossed for that. I've been working with the genius Connor Kearney over the last couple of days. He's just so amazing. The things he can do with different sounds is just unbelievable. So he's done us a really good service for this one, as he always does. So I'm really hoping that you're going to enjoy it. We've got two performances to listen to today, because one of them will have the solos sung by Recordare, and the other will have the solos sung by us. So it's a chance for us to listen to it twice. We can sing along, you can listen. For those of you who have just come to be audience members, you're so welcome. One of the things I love about this choir is that even courses which you've not taken, people always come along and listen and support their friends, and just see what we've been getting up to during our rehearsals. It's such a lovely environment to be in. So if you have just come to drop in on this course and listen to what we've got up to, then you're most welcome as well. It's one of those pieces, this Magnificat, that I got the feeling the first time that we sang it through in the full sort of run, the launch of the course, people were a little bit apprehensive, and a little bit worried that it's very fast and this and that, and by the end it was amazing to see the progression and the change people's views. People were saying, oh no, this is really quite manageable, I'm really enjoying singing this. And that's such a great thing to hear as a course director. People maybe not being sure of a piece when you first listen to it, and then getting that journey, coming through the difficult moments and getting to that point where you love a piece of music, is fantastic for choral directors and choir members alike. It's a really lovely thing, and judging by the recording, I think we really got on top of it, actually. Connor was telling me that we had a really high percentage of people who took the course coming in and submitting recordings, so I've got to say a big thank you for that, because I know it's always a little bit nerve-wracking recording yourself, sending it off, but you've done that and it sounds great. It sounds really energised, the singing, like I said, full of energy, full of commitment, and it's exactly the kind of thing that I would hope for if we were in the same room. So it's amazing to think that we've managed to get all of that online as well. So that's what we've got looking forward to for today. I'm just going to remind you of a couple of people that have been really important in the creation of this. First of all, the wonderful, unbelievable Richard Gowers, who I believe has been doing other things for the Self-Isolation Choir of the Earth today, in the Russian music course, but he has put down a fantastic organ part for us on the organ of Chelsea Old Church, We've been joined by 4 of the soloists from Recordare: the soprano Kirsty O'Neill, the mezzo-soprano Sarah Ann Champion, the tenor Will Wright, and the bass Tom Lowen, who wonderfully put down those learning tracks for us, which was really helpful when we were just getting to grips with the piece, and have also helped us with recording the solo movements too. So we've got to thank them in advance for all of their help for bringing this project together. A couple of little things from me. Do let me know in the chat which movements you really enjoyed, which were your favourites to record, which ones are you looking forward to hearing. It's one of those things that I may not catch it all when I'm watching live, but when I watch back, I might just be able to see some of the things and really understand how you've got to grips with the piece at a distance from where we are. So do let me know all of those things: your favourite movement, your favourite bits to record, maybe even what was tricky. It's all an interesting part of the process. So we're nearing up to 7 o'clock, everyone, and I think, as is standard for, certainly with my courses, I like to do a little warm-up, just in case there's anyone who fancies singing along to our recording this evening. So we'll do a little warm-up for those people who fancy singing along, but as I said before, we've got 2 runs through the piece today. It's only a short piece, about 12 minutes long. We've got 2 runs through, one where we are the chorus parts, and the other where we are the chorus and the solo part. So there's 2 opportunities. You might like to sing in one and listen to the other. I don't mind. Please enjoy it in any way you can. Lovely. Well, first things first, everyone. If we could just give yourself a little bit of space and just shake everything off, please. Just give yourself a nice gentle shake. Very well done. Good. Very, very hot today in London, so I hope you're not shaking too viciously. Chin up for me, please. Nice stretch. And slowly bring the arms down. And let's roll our shoulders back a couple of times. And let's roll them forwards. And bringing them up to the ears. And relax. And up to the ears. And relax. And let's just make some silly faces. Silly faces. Good. And a couple of yawns. Oh, very nice. And another one. Oh, good. And just a massage here. Be very, very kind to yourselves. Lovely. And let's chew some gum. And clean your teeth with your tongue. Good stuff. A little bit of early dinner there. Some people have said they don't need to warm up because they've been singing all day. Well, I'm very, very sorry for those people. I'm sure it has been a big day of singing for you. But for those of you who are just joining us this evening, I hope this will be a little bit helpful. Good. And hands under the belly buttons, please. And just repeating after me. Lovely, good stuff, everyone. Let's start off with a little gentle hum, please. Will come. Your turn. And let's open to R. just coming down. Yeah, 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 your turn. Yeah, 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 coming down. Yeah, 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 you. You, 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 you. You, 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 and yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Last one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fantastic, everyone. Thank you very much. Good. I'm going to leave it there as I see a lot of people have had a lot of singing to do today, so hopefully you're going to feel nice and warmed up by this point. So, everyone, let's just take a couple of seconds to just think about what we're going to do this evening. We're going to be singing along or performing, premiering, listening to our recording, SIC Choir of the Earth, their recording of the Pergolesi Durante Magnificat. For those of you who are listening at home, the reason we have two names for the composer here was that the piece was originally attributed to Pergolesi, a rather famous Italian composer in the 18th century, but it was actually written by his teacher Francesco Durante. So it's famously known as the Pergolesi Magnificat, but we're giving the right attribution to Mr. Durante as well. The course began in May. We had 2 weeks of intensive rehearsals, and people had about a month to submit the recordings. And what we're about to hear is the fruits of their wonderful labour. And this is the SIC Choir of the Earth's version of the Pergolesi Durante Magnificat in this first run through with solos by Recordare Chamber Choir and Richard Gowers on the organ.
Israel, suscepit puerum suum. Recordatus, misericordiae suae. Suscepit Israel, suscepit puerum suum. Recordatus, misericordiae misericordiae suae.
Fantastic work, everyone. Wow. Wasn't that something? So joyous from start to finish. Just such energy in the singing. Oh, fantastic. You've done me so proud. I just think that was everything I asked for in rehearsal. You absolutely brought it. Oh, so much sustain in the singing. Such excitement through the long runs. Feci potentiam, the text really came alive. I just thought you did so well. Wow, congratulations. Really, truly from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. You really got to grips with this piece and you absolutely nailed it. Wow. I'm so proud of you all. Well done. Well done. Really, truly well done. You've done such a good job. And, what can we say about Connor? He's done a brilliant job of bringing us all together. It sounds amazing. But there's only so much he can do in the studio. He needs those raw materials. He needs that really committed singing, which we've just given him in swathes for that piece. And I can just feel that there's a real confidence about the singing here. It really feels like we're on top of it and we're enjoying singing it. It just seems to come through, even through my headphones. So, really, I'm so proud of you all. Thank you so much for bringing a special piece for both me and Mark to life in this wonderful new Choir of the Earth way. Really quite amazing. So thank you very much. Just reading in some of the comments, people seem to be really happy, and I think you should be. I really hope you're all proud of yourselves because, like I said, you've done such a good job with this. Now we've got that one out of the way, I'm just sort of calming down, but of course we have a little bit more because, it wouldn't be SIC Choir of the Earth if we didn't ask you to go just that little bit further. So of course we have also got a version with us singing the solo parts in movement 2 and movement 4. And really, it's such a short piece and we've done such a good job, I can't understand why we wouldn't want to go through that one more time. Just to, hear again, you always hear something different in the second run. And, there's so much good to be heard here. So I really think it's a good opportunity for us to enjoy it one more time together, whether it be singing or listening along at home. But this time, we've got the added bonus of us singing the solos. Okay? I'm just catching you in some of the comments as I get my breath back, really. It seems like... Gareth just said that it's one of the pieces where next door's dog wanted to be involved. Well, I'm glad he didn't manage to get onto the recording, but maybe that's the next move for Mark. He'll be creating a choir for all the pets pretty soon. I shouldn't give him ideas, really, should I? I shouldn't give him ideas. Good. Oh, everyone's saying it's such a joyous piece and such exciting music, and I saw a couple of comments pop up about strawberries and fizz, and I do think it's got that sense of it. If it were to be a bottle of something, I think it would be something fizzy because it's got that excitement in there, bubbling up to the surface. Really well done, everyone. So as I've got my breath back, what I'm going to ask us all to do is to turn back to the beginning one more time. We're going to go through this wonderful piece of Durante, just one more time, and this time, the full version, everything, has been recorded in isolation by us, the Choir of the Earth, SIC Choir of the Earth, with our solos and choruses, Rich Gowers on the organ. It's a killer combination, I think. So here we go. Here is the Magnificat of Durante one more time, and this time we're doing everything. I know you'd already had one round of applause, but I don't think one was going to do it. I think we needed two there. Bravo all. Fantastic. What did you think of those solos, eh? They sounded wonderful. They sounded absolutely fantastic. Those trills. Who'd have thought that shaking your leg would give you that? Really, really stunning. I love the two solo movements, movement 2 and movement 4 as well. And I thought they were gorgeous, weren't they? I just think that whole performance is really something to be proud of. I think we've done such a good job there, everyone. Really, really proud of you all. Great sound. And actually, it's just lovely to see people popping up in the comments saying that they think the sound is great as well. You know, and I think there's just something about this. I think someone mentioned in the comments there was a lightness about this. And I think that lightness came from confidence, actually. It felt like we were really, really confident with that music. And it kind of came through in the performance. I could almost see your smiling faces, could imagine them sort of popping up around me as I was conducting. So thank you so, so much for sharing that wonderful experience with me. I say again, I'm so proud of you all. You nailed it. Thank you so much. Couple of people we have to thank again. Of course, Richard Gowers on the organ. Stunning as always, and just perfectly suited for this piece. You know, everything he chose. Sometimes the beauty comes in the subtlety, and I think he absolutely nailed it for this. Our soloists from Recordare, Kirsty O'Neill, Sarah Ann Champion, Will Wright and Tom Lowen, without whom we wouldn't have been able to get our learning tracks together, and of course they provided the solos in that first run as well, so a big, big thank you to them as well. Of course, a big thank you to Connor Kearney, who I think has just joined us in the chat. Connor, thank you so, so much. Your mixing is second to none. It's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, Connor really cares about those small details as well. He wants it to be the best performance that it possibly can be, and having someone like that on the team is just completely invaluable. We wouldn't be where we are without him. So Connor, thank you so, so much. And finally, as always, a big thank you to Mark and Ben and Mark, our wonderful trio at the top. Thank you for asking me back to come and lead this course. I know it's a piece that's very, very special to Mark, as it was one of the first pieces he ever sung. It was, of course, special to me, as it's one of the first pieces I ever conducted. So thank you so much for the invitation to come back and work with SIC Choir of the Earth. It is always a pleasure, and so many lovely people popping up in the comments, and it's lovely to see you all again. I've had a little hiatus since our last rehearsal, so it's really, really nice to be welcomed back to the SIC Choir of the Earth family with open arms, as I always am. So thank you so, so much for that. Everyone, I hope you have a lovely summer. I hope you get to enjoy some really, really nice weather, see some family and friends if you can and if the time is right. So hope you have a lovely summer, everyone. I'm going to sign off now, and I just hope you take care, and I look forward to seeing you at the festival later in the year. So take care, everyone. Bye now.